Good morning and welcome to News Leader Night on this Sunday. I'm Tiffany Maddox. James is off today, but I do have meteorologist Allianne McCourt with me this morning. Good morning, Allianne.
Good morning, Tiffany. How are you?
I'm okay. Is it gonna be a little rainy this morning?
So yesterday, absolutely gorgeous. I got to spend.
All right, thanks so much, Allianne. This morning, we've received calls regarding reports of multiple people being shot Saturday evening in the city of Dadeville in Tallapoosa County. We've heard reports of the shooting happening in the area of East Green Street and Broadneck Street. Now, we're working to get information on the incident and we'll bring you the latest on air and online as we confirm and gather details. Happening yesterday afternoon, a shooting in Columbus leaves one man injured. It happened near the intersection of Diane Avenue and Broadmoor Drive in Oakland Park. Right now, we're working to find out more details about the condition of the man. Of course, you can stay with News Leader 9, both on air and online, as we continue to learn more. Law enforcement agencies are calling it a crisis in recruitment. Staffing shortages around the nation are leaving some communities underprotected, according to agency leaders. Our Washington News correspondent Peter Zampa reports some on Capitol Hill are hoping to address the gaps.
It's not going to get better anytime soon.
An aging workforce, public image problems, and low pay. The nation's law enforcement agencies have a serious hiring problem, according to Jonathan Thompson, executive director of the National Sheriff's Association.
You can't snap your finger like you're looking for unskilled labor and just put a gun and a badge or a star on them.
Thompson says some agencies are experiencing 10 to 35% vacancy rates. He says the problem was brewing before the pandemic, but believes it's now at a full boil. Thompson adds the dangerous nature of the job and people from both political parties attacking law enforcement damages recruitment.
I'm not going to get rich. I'm going to have so-so benefits, and I'm going to be hated just because I believe in the rule of law.
Georgia Democratic Senator Jon Ossoff introduced legislation that would boost funding for a program that local agencies can use to hire more personnel.
What communities need are the personnel necessary to ensure public safety and policing that is accountable and professional.
The legislation calls for more funding to the so-called COPS hiring program. Local agencies can apply for this money that they then can use to make more competitive salary offers. The bill also requires more stringent background checks to ensure quality hires.
We want to make sure that only the most highly qualified and suitable candidates are in these roles.
The legislation has bipartisan support, but it's unclear if or when it will come up for a vote before the full Senate. Reporting in Washington, I'm Peter Zampa.
And of course, for updates on this story and others that you see in our newscast, you can download our free WTVM mobile news app from the Apple or Google Play Store. Saturday, the Wildlife Safari holding a press conference discussing phase 1 of their reopening, additional reopening plans, new exhibits, and timelines. The reopening of Wild Animal Safari's 3.5-mile drive through safari will mark the completion of the first phase. It was a little less than a month ago that a tornado came through LaGrange, causing major damage to the business. The crew and the animals both excited for the reopening. The zoo director says it will probably be a year before the safari will be all the way back up in full swing, but that isn't stopping residents from coming to support.
Support their reopening. We love coming here, and it's something that our granddaughter enjoys and brought some new friends along this time.
The Wild Animal Safari is back on its regular schedule. And illegal truck parking has been an issue in parts of Columbus for a while. For some business owners in these areas, they're fed up. Terrence Flowers, owner of 4 Points of Fitness on Buena Vista Road, says trucks illegally park in his lot all the time. Now, this is aerial footage he shot of the lot last weekend. He says at any point there will be 50 trucks parked at one time. A few reasons why it's concerning for him: his business is blocked from the street view. It hinders how he runs his business, and schools are also in the area, and he says the truck drivers leave trash in the parking lot.
As far as I know, there hasn't been any type of intervention from the city up till now. It's a problem that we've been complaining about forever, and like I said, it's getting worse, and we're just trying to put a handle on it before they be all across the parking lot. I do believe if they was blocking that ATM machine over there, people would have something to say.
At Tuesday's City Council meeting, councilors said they are looking into ways to solve the problem. In East Alabama, a city is losing a grocery store that's been around for decades, leaving people with fewer options when it comes to buying items. The days of this Rainbow Foods taking pride in serving the Smith Station community will soon be over. The 15-year lease is over, and the owner of the store says he can no longer afford to keep it running. Now, this location is hoping to stay open for the next few weeks. Right now, the entire store is 10% off. Store employees will have a job at the other 3 locations across Lee and Russell counties. And yesterday, House of Heroes Redeeming the Block campaign continued in Columbus. House of Heroes annual drive is designed to give back to elderly or disabled military veterans and public safety members and their families. Saturday, organizations teamed up with Haven Fellowship Church of Conyers, Georgia, doing some landscaping for Mrs. Juanita Curtis, the widow of Chief Warrant Officer Johnny Curtis. He served in the military for more than 20 years and died last year. The group helped clear out debris like poison ivy, old weeds and vines, allowing her yard to look like it did when her husband was alive. Organizers say Officer Curtis loved his yard and called it his oasis. Those close to him say the Curtis family is thankful for everyone's help.
She is just so blessed. She is just amazed by what you guys do. She is beyond, blessed.
This was his sanctuary. This yard was where he got peace. This is where he got that serenity.
A short flag ceremony also happening. Participants reflected on Johnny Curtis's military honors as his wife received a flag on behalf of her late husband. Muskogee County has narrowed down their finalists for this year's Teacher of the Year. The Muskogee Educational Excellence Foundation surprising the 3 finalists in their classrooms Friday. The foundation recognizes teachers who have dedicated themselves to excellence in the classroom. Each year, the staff at every Muskogee County school is allowed to nominate a teacher for the award. The 3 finalists are Tasha Mormon at St. Mary's Magnet, Charlotte Green at Richards Middle School, and Nicole Radney at Matthews Elementary. Here's what those finalists had to say about this special honor.
Very overwhelming. I wasn't expecting all these emotions, but I'm excited. I'm honored and excited.
I'm blessed. Excited, happy. It's these crazy kids that I love teaching every single day. I feel honored.
I'm a little overwhelmed right now, but excited at the same time. So there's so many teachers in the county that are so well deserved. And it's just, woo!
Muskogee County's Teacher of the Year will be announced during the foundation's annual gala May 4th at the Columbus Convention and Trade Center. And this week is Black Maternal Health Week, raising awareness about maternal mortality and the disproportionate impact on Black women. The Black women in America are 3 times more likely to die from pregnancy-related complications than white women. Studies show that Black women are often dismissed or ignored in hospitals and other healthcare settings. One OB-GYN says Black and brown mothers are at higher risk for certain medical problems. They point out that doctors and patients play an important role in improving the health of mothers and babies.
If you feel like your physician is blowing you off or not paying attention or not really addressing your concerns, hey, speak up for yourself and say, I really feel like this is not being addressed. And if you still don't get the type of response that you're looking for, be okay with getting a second opinion and going to a different physician and seeing if you get a different response.
Now, as part of President Biden's American Rescue Plan Act, $471 million has been set aside to address the maternal health crisis and the persistent disparities. Also in health news, treating hearing loss could reduce the risk for dementia. That's according to a new study published Thursday in The Lancet. It found that hearing loss may increase the risk for dementia, but treatment with hearing aids lowered the risk of a dementia to levels similar to people without hearing loss. Researchers followed more than 437,000 people, looking at each person's risk for dementia, self-reported use of hearing aids, and medical records to see if a person developed dementia. The research accounted for other factors including loneliness, social isolation, and depression, but found that untreated hearing loss still had a strong association with dementia. All right, still to come, Fort Lauderdale is continuing to see record rainfall this week, leaving some residents trapped in their homes. We'll have details coming up after the break.